Hey YouTube, this is Goji and today I have another Bandai review, and today it's going to be on Mothra Larva 1964. This is the 8-inch scale Bandai figure made in 1989, and here's just his tag. It has Destroy All Monsters poster, I guess, just like a little scene from it, and the 600 yen is the retail value. Yeah, I try to get this figure for the tag with that now. Bandai 1989, made in Japan, Bandai, blah blah blah. So yeah, just the basic white tag. In terms of where I got this guy, I got him on eBay, mint with his tag, of course. I wasn't going to take it off originally, but I found out, you know, it doesn't really matter if you do or not. A lot of people say it does, but to me it really doesn't. So, plus I could use it for some movies as well. So this figure measures about 6.4 inches in length, and I'm just going to do some scaling for this guy. To start off, this figure doesn't scale very well with 8-inch figures, so I'm just going to scale him up with the YMSF Godzilla 1964. And as you can see, this is an almost perfect scaling. I do think, well, since Godzilla is hunched over, this does seem like a pretty accurate scaling, but Mothra Larva just either doesn't seem big enough or should be smaller. I'm not sure which, but there's a lot of things about Mothra Larva's actual size. I'm also going to be comparing him to the 6-inch Mothra by Bandai. And as many of you know, well, all of you should know, and if you don't, then you probably have a couple extra chromosomes in there, but Mothra Larva is the first stage to Mothra, and then she or he cocoons into a full Mothra form. And that's basically it. This is a pretty nice scaling. Not sure if this is really accurate. Mothra should be a little bit bigger, but Mothra compared to the 6-inch figures is pretty small in general, so if he was maybe about this big, it would be pretty accurate. Too bad I don't have an 8-inch Mothra. So, like I said, he does go pretty well with the 6-inch figures and not the 8-inch figures, so he's obviously not going to go well with the 9-inch GMK Godzilla. So yeah, that's just way too small. So now that we're done with scaling, I'm just going to show you the detail on this guy, and it looks like it's really good, but it's honestly not that great. As you can see, all his little legs that he has, I don't know why he has legs, but they are pretty well done, I have to say. And there's not really much to say about this guy. His body is just okay at its best. Bandai has done a lot better things, but then the head is a really different story. It is pretty well detailed and it's really accurate, and it's just really good in every single way. But it's really slowed down by the smooth body when Mothra Larva should be like a poop textured monster. Yeah, he has an open mouth and his eyes look pretty accurate. They're like these holes with itty bitty pupils. He has his little graspers, I guess, inserts on his bottom to help him move. And he should have tentacles all around here, but he doesn't, just like right there. And then if you look closely on the bottom, you can see the copyright information. So yeah, that's just basically the detail for you. Not much to say about him. But onto the paint job, which isn't very accurate since he has like this weird gold spray to him. It does look pretty good. I mean, even though it's inaccurate, it does look like it does turn out really well in contrast to the brown. And if it was just all brown, then that would look really ugly. But even though this gold spray here shouldn't be there, it does look really nice. And it really does get a lot of people's attention. His pupil eye things, I don't know, I guess those are just his eyes, are blue, and then his mouth is black. And those are just the only colors. He's made out of a brown, dark brown vinyl. So, onto to articulation. He only has 1 point, which is pretty good considering it's Mothra Larva, and he really shouldn't have more than 1 point, and that's in the head in the first segment. that rotates, and that's about it. That's all you can do with him. It doesn't look too good, like it looks like he's retarded or something, but I don't know. It is cool to just have articulation on him, even though we shouldn't really need it. So overall, this figure is not too bad. It does look pretty movie accurate in terms of sculpt. The paint job isn't accurate, but it does look good. This one I would probably recommend over the other Mothra Larvas, especially the Tokyo SOS one and other ones that just aren't that great. You don't really see a lot of Mothra Larva figures on eBay. Well, you do, but usually they go for around 50 bucks. I got this for about 30 bucks with its tags, so that was a pretty good deal. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend paying more than 40 bucks for this guy, because it just really isn't worth it, and I'd try to go for something else, something more modern and squishy. But so yeah, that's basically it. That's my review on the 8-inch Mothra Larva by Bandai. And this is Godzilla signing out. I'll see you guys later.